Welcome back to another episode of Nerd Talk. And today I decided to do two videos. Got Promised Neverland video up here on Nerd Talk, and we got this Conker one now. Trying to get some more videos out, just trying to show off my content. Hopefully people can find it. Pretty much is what I'm going for here. So, nerds and nerettes, if you could, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell if you like what I do, if you like these discussion videos. I already have a couple out on other topics, so, anyway, let's just dive right into Conker. This is going to be a bit of a doozy of a video for me because, I understand that people really love this game. And don't get me wrong, I'm not here to tell you that Conker's Bad Fur Day, or even its remake, which is up here on the screen right now, Live and Reloaded, is bad. Not bad games, not bad at all. They are just not as good as you remember or you might think they are. At least, not in my opinion. There's a lot of reasons that go into it. First off, I think it's only fair to point out the stuff that really does work, because a lot of stuff in this game really does work really well. And number one, I mean, it's obvious what it is for story. Have you ever played a Nintendo game with a really cohesive story, really dynamic cutscenes, at least for System 64, pretty dynamic. But yeah, have you ever played a Nintendo game where fucking full-blown voice acting? It's becoming more and more common with Nintendo's games now. I know that this is a rare production, but at the time it's a Nintendo game. It's a Mario spin-off pretty much. It's set in the same universe and everything. So, besides, Banjo and Conker are Nintendo characters in my heart, right? And I think most people can agree with that. I just have the remake here because prettier. I mean, not oh god, not as I'm so sorry about the cough. Not as interesting or unique looking, but it is a nice looking game. Back on topic though, that story, man, that plot, it's so unique for a Nintendo game. An M-rated Nintendo game. It's so fucking cool that this actually happened. Pretty much, and it's pretty much the coolest thing we're ever gonna get to an M-rated Mario. This is it, and it's fantastic. It's all about a drunk little squirrel trying to get home, trying to get back to his girlfriend. So I guess he can, and he got drunk the night before. He walls out. He goes the wrong way home, and he ends up in the land of the Panther King, which I think is just called Windy. I think that it's weird. That's the name of the overworld theme, at least, and that's the name of the chapter. So. Then he goes into a bunch of hectics, For some reason, Live and Reloaded here got really obsessed with the whole war aspect of the game. I don't know why that was. Conker's Bad Fur Day was meant to be a variety pack of sorts, and this kind of kills it, It was meant to parody all the big game genres going around. Not just parody Nintendo's general gaming style, which it did. That was absolutely the main goal. But it was also meant to parody movies, meant to parody the general game consensus at the time, like first-person shooters. World War II games were popular, so they had a World War II chapter. That's the only reason they had it. And they decided to go full throttle with the remake. I'm not sure why. I don't know. It's kind of annoying, honestly. But, you got a chapter dedicated to the farm, Frankie the Pitchfork. I'm going to stick my big four right in yours. That guy hangs himself from a noose because his friends are dicks. You save him. You gotta fight the fucking Terminator Haybot thing. You gotta help the King Bee. Fuck the sunflower. I can't believe it. This is a real game, man. The real sunflower with big tits. That's what it is. That's what happens. That's the game. That's the plot. That is the fucking plot. You gotta help the mafia blow up some cavemen. You gotta there's a nice, cute little reference to Mario and Yoshi when you're fighting a giant cave dude as a boss. Of course, you got the most famous thing in the game, the Great Mighty Pooh himself, singing away, singing shit. and it works. It's Nintendo style. You know, it really does work. It just works. It's got eyes. It sings. It's charming. It's got that cute cartoony aesthetic, but with a more mature feel. That's Conker's Bad Fur Day as a whole. Final boss of the game is a goddamn xenomorph. Want to point that out? You know, have to point that out. Named fucking Heinrich. Fucking xenomorph. Just a fantastic plot. So the plot and the comedy, especially the comedy, but strong points. It's probably the most unique and interesting plot Nintendo's ever done for a video. Maybe not the most interesting, but it's definitely the most unique plot Nintendo's ever done for a video game. And it's a Nintendo. It's a rare production, but it's a Nintendo game. Nintendo did have staff members on making sure things were all good. They had to cut certain things. There was going to be a joke about the KKK. Didn't want that. Understandable. One of the teddies was originally going to resemble Hitler in one of the multiplayer modes. Got rid of that. Also makes sense. There's this really fucking disturbing scene out there. I'm not going to really talk about much. I just want you guys to know that there is a really disturbing scene out there. Yeah, I can understand why when Nintendo higher ups went when they saw it, because it might even be a bit much for an adult game like this, if we're going to be real. Point is, the game does a lot of things right. Even now, the stuff that got cut, a lot of cut stuff is just great. It's fantastic. It's amazing what they were going for and what they were able to get away with on a Nintendo 64 exclusive, with Nintendo's permission, with their licensing, having a spin-off game set in their universe. Holy God, how did they do this? It's fantastic. Rare, it was a fucking... Rare was just a treasure trove back in the day, and it's unfortunate what they are now. Sea of Thieves is pretty good, but outside of that, you know... So there's definitely some things that the game does right. But, notice how I've only been talking about the plot and the story, and that's all anyone ever does. They talk about the plot, they talk about the story, and that's it. Of course it's good, of course it's great, it's unique, it's awesome. But people don't really talk about the gameplay much, and there's a very good reason for that. I feel this game is so hard to go back and replay if you ever want to, because, my God, the plot's great, but there's no reason to experience it again, unless you forget most of it. And even then, it's such a charming and amazing game. You're probably not going to forget most of the things that go down here. You're just not. So the gameplay is just not that great. The first thing you got to do, it's really tedious. You got to get that damn key at the beginning. It's really fucking annoying chasing that fucking key. You get it. You're able to go through the door. I think that's only in live. I can't remember if it's in both versions or not. But that's the first thing you got to do. The first real mission you got to do, you get the honey hive from the bees. That's fine. It's nothing crazy, but it's fine. It's nothing groundbreaking either. You're going through collecting the bees. Like, that actually gets that really funny cutscene with the king bee and the sunflower. You have to go for the most fucking stupid, slow, tedious escort mission I've ever had to fucking play in a video game, and it's ass. It is actual garbage. To do that. They did make it slightly easier in the Xbox version, but my God, man, it's bad. It's so bad. There's a lot of segments where you just have to collect these things, and you gotta do like 3 times in a row. Each time, like, it usually expands. The thing you have to do, before you fight the Great Mighty Pooh, right? You gotta get these sweet corns to him. You gotta give these sweet corns to him, and these things are just as bad as fucking getting the key. Only you have a pit to go around now. So it's even worse. And they run away from you. When you finally get one, you move on to the next section. There's 2 of them now. You finally get that done. There's fucking 3 of them. And you finally get to fucking fight the boss you wanted to fight, because the bosses are actually really good in this game. Yeah, it'd be fucking nuts. And, there's this really garbage section where you're climbing up a tower to, I can't remember what you're doing up there. You're climbing up a tower to get money, more than likely. Because that's what you do in the game, right? You get money. And it's just the most tedious fucking thing. If you fall, you die. Because Conker has the most sensitive fucking I can't think of the term for it when you hit the uh, fall damage. There you go. I cannot think. Conker's got the most sensitive fucking fall damage I've ever seen in a goddamn video game, and a platforming video game. Sensitive ass fucking fall damage. Obviously, Mario's, if in the 3D games, if he falls, he takes damage. That's fine. Banjo too. But when Conker falls, he falls from like the smallest fucking height, and he falls on his ass. So when you are climbing up a big ass tower, right, to get money, to advance the game, and you fucking fall because it's badly designed. You fucking die. And that's it. And after all that, you gotta get these fucking cogs and you gotta put them on the big cog, and it's a really disturbing but funny cutscene. But that's what it is. That's what the game ultimately is. It's doing really tedious, really unfun fucking tasks to get really funny cutscenes. That's what the game is. It's almost like the anti-Nintendo game. Instead of a great gameplay without much of a focus on the story, you're getting a really good focus on the story without much of the gameplay. It is literally a Nintendo parody. You can't make this shit up. Another really shitty section, man. Oh my god, when you're underwater. Oh my god, and you gotta dodge those fucking big chomper metal things, and you have the stupid worker's helmet with the flashlight. You gotta keep collecting batteries, but you also gotta make sure your breath is good. So you have to go into the hidey holes. But the fucking things, they keep going back and forth, so you can't really leave the hidey holes. It's fucking madness. It's the gameplay in this game. There are some gameplay highlights. Most of the bosses are pretty good. Fighting the Great Flying Poo, the little girl with the big teddy robot, Bug and a Nut is really really fun to fight. Most of the bosses are pretty good, but most of the actual missions, god, man. But yeah, most of the bosses pretty good. There's a couple of small highlights. Shooting the wasp with the turret is really, really fun. When you get used to by the time you get to like the third portion, the end point of the game, right, it goes full third-person shooter, and once you're used to it, it's really fun. But playing the 64 version of it, it's just hot garbage. It's bad. No matter what control setup you have for it, it's bad. It's really garbage. And then the Xbox version actually improved it by a lot. The war shooters. There's one thing focusing on the war segments did do is it improved the damn end game completely. It's really badass now, and that's really actually fun to do. But not in the original. When you're used to it like me, it can have its sort of fun but chaotic moments. It can be fun in that sort of sense, but that doesn't excuse objectively shitty controls. And I understand 64 didn't have a dual analog when the game came out. I get that. Okay, it's not that I don't. There wasn't much they could do, but they could have improved it when the fucking N64 version of the game got re-released on Rare Replay. Could they not have? They didn't. As for other highlights, fighting Heinrich is, well, actually, no, fighting Heinrich is actually pretty garbage, too. The only fun part is when you throw him around in the parody of Mario 64. You gotta throw him out the airlock by doing the spin throw. That's fun, but other than that, fighting Heinrich is garbage. The gameplay in this game, it's not good. And that's the most important part. That's the most important ingredient to get in a video game, is the gameplay. And when it's at best, kind of decent. Fighting the bosses is great. The vampire boss is also really fun once you get the controls down. Fighting the bosses is fun, but everything else, all those escort missions, it's fucking bad. Fighting the bull is stupid. There's so many bad segments in this game, and it's really fucking too bad. Because the game could have been a lot more fun had the segments actually been fun, but no, it's bad, shitty escort mission after bad, shitty escort mission, all in an effort to get money and good cutscenes, which you can just find online for free. So, nerds and nerdettes, I truly believe Conker's Bad Fur Day is not as good of a game as I once thought it was. Amazing music, great visuals, one of the best looking games on 64, one of the best looking games on Xbox, one of the best video game soundtracks ever. It's got an amazing, it's got that amazing Nintendo feel and charm, but it's M-rated. But the gameplay, man, they botched the most important part of the damn game, and there was no reason to. Um, and it sucks. It's pretty much just a glorified movie at this point. But what do you think? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think that the gameplay in this game is actually really fun? Do you like escort missions? Do you like having a baby dinosaur follow you for a full fucking 5 minutes super slowly while dodging cavemen? Uh, let me know in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe. I do nerd discussion videos like this all the time. Nerd talk, nerd debate. We got some videos up on other topics if you want to go check them out, including this one. Bit of a hot take this time, but had to be said, I think. You never hear much about the gameplay of this game, and I think it deserves to be. I think it deserves to be called out. I do love this game still. I want you guys to know that I still love this game, and I hope they do a sequel that can improve a lot of this stuff. Rare, please, sequel, please. Until next time, nerds and nerdettes, I'm gonna go. You guys, gals, take care.